9-year-old Amber Hagerman lived in Arlington, Texas. She was an older sister to her brother Ricky. Their mother, Donna Williams, struggled financially as she relied on welfare to take care of her 2 children. But she worked hard and attended school so that she could better herself in order to provide a better life for her children. Williams was lucky to have Amber, who was mature for her age and enjoyed caring for her younger brother. Amber was given a pink bicycle for Christmas, and she enjoyed riding her bike around the neighborhood. On January 13, 1996, Amber and her brother Ricky were at their grandparents' home. They took off on their bikes, headed for an abandoned grocery store parking lot. The children were instructed to stay in the neighborhood, but the grocery store parking lot had a bike ramp that all the children liked to ride on. After a short time, Ricky decided to go back home and left Amber to ride alone. When Ricky returned alone, the concerned grandparents went to look for Amber. Unfortunately, Amber's grandparents were unaware that Amber was abducted, and the police were already on their way. A man named Jimmy Keevil had witnessed the kidnapping. Keevil went to his backyard to do some repairs on his vehicle at approximately 2:30 p.m. On the other side of Keevil's backyard was the parking lot of the abandoned strip mall. Keevil saw a black truck that backed into the strip mall. Between 3:05 and 3:15 p.m., Keevil saw a young girl riding a bicycle in the parking lot. A short time later, Keevil saw what he believes was the same black truck driving towards the young girl. The truck parked and a man exited the vehicle. The man went and picked the young girl off of her bicycle. Despite the girl's screams and kicks to get away, the man forced her into the truck through the driver's side door, got into the vehicle, and took off. The man was described as white or Hispanic, approximately 20 to 30 years old, under 6 feet tall, medium build, with black or brown hair. The truck was described as a solid black single-cab pickup in good condition. Keevil rushed into his home to call the police. Police arrived in the area within minutes. The police were immediately concerned. Most missing children are taken by someone they know, like a relative or family friend. This was an abduction by a stranger, which was incredibly rare and incredibly difficult to solve. Amber's family and the police began to search for her within minutes after Amber's abduction. But all they found was her pink bicycle left behind in the parking lot. 4 days later, on January 17, 1996, a resident at the Forest Ridge Apartments was walking his dog alongside a creek next to the apartments. He located Amber's body. She was nude except for one sock. It seemed as if the creek might have washed away any potential evidence. There had also been a large storm, which meant that there was an unusually large amount of water running over Amber's body, washing away any potential evidence. An autopsy would show that Amber was sexually assaulted and beaten. It appeared that Amber had been kept alive for 2 days. Her throat had been cut before she was tossed into the creek. Police reached out to the public for any additional witnesses, but there were none. Keevil would be the only witness to come forward, even after 25 years. Williams and Amber's father, Richard Hagerman, began a crusade to get the laws changed in order to strengthen the punishments against sex offenders. Williams also became a public figure in her quest to keep other children safe. The grieving parents also had the community behind them as the public demanded change to prevent another tragedy. Diana Simone lived in the Arlington community and wanted to help in the search for Amber when she was reported missing, but she didn't know any of the details in the case. so Simone came up with an idea for an alert system designed for abducted children called America's Missing Broadcast Emergency Response Alert System, or Amber Alert. After a child abduction, law enforcement sends notifications on the kidnapping details to the public, who can alert law enforcement on potential sightings to track down missing children sooner. Amber Alerts are used in all 50 states, the District of Columbia, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. According to the Department of Justice, the Amber Alert system successfully recovered 1,029 children as of May 2020. The recovery of missing children is a way to honor Amber's life and legacy. Williams states, quote, "It's another legacy for my daughter, that she did not die in vain. She is still taking care of our little children like she did when she was here." End quote. Williams and law enforcement continue to search for answers. Police have remained very tight-lipped about the evidence they found, hoping that a potential killer can be identified from the knowledge that only a killer would have. But on the 25th anniversary of Amber's kidnapping, law enforcement announced that they had preserved DNA evidence. That evidence will be resubmitted for DNA testing later this year in the hopes that it will provide clues or answers as to who was responsible for Amber's murder. The Arlington Police Department has also set up a new hotline for tips. A $10,000 reward is being offered by Oak Farms Dairy for any information that leads to an arrest. Although it's been 25 years since the kidnapping and murder of Amber Hagerman, police are hopeful that the case will soon be solved. But for now, the case remains open and under investigation.